Hey Carlos. All right, I'm going to show you how to find your P&L. I'm going to send you a link to it, but just in case you want to do it yourself, later, you can do it like this. So when you're in your Gmail, if you click on this little Google Apps button here, it'll pull up your drive. It'll pull up all kinds of stuff that you can use, but it'll pull up your drive. And in your drive, you're going to click on New. Once it gets finished, okay, you're going to click on New, and you're going to do a new Google Sheet from a template. Okay. And you're going to find the template that's called Financial Statements. You may have to scroll down. I've used it recently, so it's at the top, but it's called Financial Statements. If you just click on that, it'll give you instructions on page 1. And then down on the bottom here, it's still working. It takes it a minute to pop up. When it's finished working, you'll have all access to it. I'm just going to make this a little bigger here. And I'm going to pull it up. Okay, so down on the bottom, you have your dashboard, your transactions, your profit and loss, and your balance sheet, your categories. So everything that Dakota needs, you can do in this thing right here. And you need to do this for your business anyway. It'll help you keep track of your expenses and things like that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go to transactions, and you're going to take your bank statement when you get your bank statement, the last day of the month, the first day of the month, whatever it is, just go through it, spend an hour doing this. It'll be very beneficial for your business. So it gives you some example categories already put in here. You can just take those out or copy over them. But all you're going to do is look at your bank statement, and you're going to say, okay, this was a sale, and so you got money in. So you're going to say it was a sale because you got paid by your business or an owner of a home or something like that. And it happened on May 1st, 2020. And it was payment for job at 123 Main Street, whatever it was on your statement. You could put Walmart, you could put gas station, whatever it says on your bank statement as like the description, that's what you're going to put here under description. Okay, so you got a category, a date, a description, and then an amount. So you're going to say you got paid, we'll say $1,000. Okay, so it puts it there. Now you can do all of your sales at one time, whatever it is. You can go through your bank statement line by line. If you have an expense, like let's say you want to call gas a travel expense, so you click on travel, and that also happened on 5/1/2020. Okay, and this was gas for truck or whatever, however you want to put it in here, it doesn't matter. And you spent $40. So because it was an expense, you're going to do a negative $40, and it'll put it as a negative. Okay, so once you have everything entered, you click on your profit and loss, and it's going to show you for May. It put these in here. You can go in and take these out. So let's see if we take all of these out, then it's going to transfer it over to the profit and loss and take those out of those months. Let's see. Let it. Okay. It took them out of the month. So now it's got the one we put in there for the sale. And then down here, it's got your expenses, and it's got the $40 for the gas, and then it tallies it up. So you have a total profit of $960. Okay. So it does it by month. And then if you scroll over to the side, it's going to do it total year to date, and it's going to keep everything calculated. Okay, so it's super easy. All you have to do is enter everything in your bank statement, and it'll line it up here. Then the balance sheet that he needs, this is not something that I use. So let me look. This sheet lists assets and liabilities. So you're going to enter your account information, it looks like. Property, plant, equipment, other assets, total assets, liabilities. It looks like you're just going to enter in what it's asking for. And it should be, when you balance, it should be 0, it says. So I'm not exactly sure how to use that one, but it looks like you're just entering numbers. Let me know if you need more help with that, and I'll ask Dakota what exactly he's looking for there. Going back to the profit and loss and the transactions, all of the categories that are in this list here are pre-made, but you can change them. So if you click on categories here, it pulls up the category list. So like if you don't do advertising and you don't want that to say advertising, say you want it to say materials or something like that, you just change it in there. Maybe you get office supplies, you get car or truck, insurance for the car or truck, rental car, equipment. Maybe say you don't ever rent a car. Maybe you rent equipment. Okay. Repairs. Maybe you don't do repair. Maybe that's not relevant to your business. So maybe you're going to say office rent or something like that. Okay, so you can change these categories, and these again are your expenses. If you want to change your revenue categories here, you can change that. So you can say payroll, or you can say let's see, customer client job. You know, you can make these say whatever you want them to say, okay? And then we'll say this is a sale, whatever. Okay, when you go back to your transactions, it should save it. Sometimes it takes just a second to do it. So now it saves it. So we've got materials, we've got rent equipment, office rent. So it saved our categories. Now this, because we changed it from sale, we're going to tell it to make it as a sale. Why is it saying invalid? Input must fall within specified range. Oh, okay. It fixed it there. It just needed to update. Okay. So you can customize this based on what your business is and really make it work for you. Just for now, since we're having to get Dakota, what he needs, I would say don't spend a whole lot of time customizing. Just enter your expenses. If it's something that doesn't fall in one of the categories and you need to change it, you can change that one. Or even just put a note out here, like if it's gas or something like that, and you're not sure whether to call it a car or truck expense or travel expense or whatever. You've got meals and entertainment. So if I stop for lunch while I'm showing houses, I'll put that under meals and entertainment, and I'll just put in here food because, I don't always want my accountant to know I'm eating at McDonald's 5 times a week. So I'll just put food, and it doesn't even matter what it is. And then you put the date, 5/10/2020, and it was $5, so -5, whatever it is, and then you'll see it reflected on your profit and loss here. Okay, and it subtracts it out. So it's super, super easy. You just have to take the time to do it. So go back to your, whenever it was you switched over to self-employed again, if it was January or February, whenever that was, go back to that date and do your bank statements from that day to today. And it'll put them in the months. So you'll have, these months right here. If it's January, you'll have up to here. If it was April, then you only have to do those 2 months, the April bank statement and the May bank statement. But then they'll need to see pay stubs. So if they already have pay stubs from you for January, February, and March, and you switched over in April, then just do your April and May bank statements for the profit and loss. So they just need it back to the time when you switch back over to self-employed and stop getting pay stubs. Okay, so I'm going to send you this, but I showed you how to access it if you want to access it yourself too. And it saves it automatically. You don't have to save it. So you can click out of this without saving, and it'll pop up. It'll pop up somewhere. Let's see. I'm going to refresh this page. It'll pop up and it'll have everything saved in there. You won't have to redo it or anything. Let's see. Here it is, financial statements, because I refreshed my page. So I'm just going to click on it. It takes me back to the instruction page every time because that's the first thing. Working. It takes it a minute. Our internet's a little slow. Click on transactions, it's all there. Profit and loss, it's all there. Okay, so this saves it automatically. You don't have to click save or anything. That took me a little while to get used to, but you don't have to click save. Okay, then just to find it, you're going to go back here, click on drive, It'll pull up your drive in another screen, and it should pop up on your quick access in your drive. If you can't find it, just type in financial statements, and you should be able to find it then. Okay, here it is. All right. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.